Hello everyone, this is Calvin Professor C. So, during the pandemic, there are a lot of people who are in trouble in terms of employment, like whether they got laid off or their employment is not very secure. And I have spoken about this in my last couple of videos about choosing mortgage agent as a career, how much you can make as a mortgage agent. I provided a lot of information for you because I feel that right now this is very urgent. A lot of people, like I have a student who are a personal trainer and the gym is closing down, gym classes, there are not a lot of gym classes, and he's thinking of changing career. So I feel that, right? That's just one example. There are other numerous examples calling me, asking about mortgage agent as a next career. So recently, there's one viewer from my YouTube asked me, what do you think about? I'm thinking of changing career. What do you think about mortgage agent, real estate agent, and insurance agent? Now, they're all agents, right? And it just happened that I have some experience and some knowledge about each of the career, although I'm not 100% in-depth understanding, but I can give you some idea about that. And at the end, I will tell you my own opinion on this three type of career. So before I continue on to tell you how to choose your next career between these three type of agents, I want to tell you that I really excited about launching a new membership site or membership privilege in this channel. Now let's look at my video. So this membership site, the Patreon, is not about me. It's all about you guys because I really want to produce more content and give a lot of you a lot of information, but there are just so many questions that I get daily from LinkedIn message, Facebook message, comment on YouTube and all that. So that's why I want to give those people who are more in depth, they really want to success in this career, a chance, and I just have to filter out some of the people who are just asking, inquiring and all that. And so I want to give better quality information to you for those who are really looking into deep dive to become a mortgage superstar. Okay, so and in turn, for those membership fee that I get, I also will give back to those members who to those viewers that is that did not become a member by producing better video, because a lot of people say that, hey, your video is kind of primitive, kind of natural, I would say, right? Not a lot of editing or something like that. Yes, because I do not like editing the video. So I want to give you better, because I know with better editing it will be more fun, even though mortgage is not a lot of fun in terms of the topics, but it will give you better quality video, and in turn it will be more fun. Okay, so it's all about you guys, right? It's nothing about me. So let me quickly just give you an idea what the membership site is, so that you don't get overwhelmed when you go in. So let me show you. So this is the site, Patreon, Patreon.com. Calvin Chan Mortgage. So as soon as you go to that site, you will see some familiar picture. This is all my YouTube thumbnail, the icon and all that. And then you will see that there are two levels of membership. One is $5 a month. It gives you twice a month life coach via Zoom. And the other is $10 a month, the VIP level. So I just keep it very low because again, this is pandemic. I want all of you new mortgage agent to wouldn't have a hard time. This will $10 a month will give you weekly life coaching as well as some discount on my books, life workshop, digital course, and again, as I say, I will give you guys, doesn't matter which level, some bonus that I already created especially for you guys for the first 100 members. Okay, and there are just some you can follow and all that, and then there's some information about that. My goal, what I would do if I have $200 per month and $400 per month, what will I do, right? And so there you can just click become a Patreon, and then you can go on, fill out your information, and that's it. Okay, and just join the level. Okay, so let's go back to today's topic, right? The 3 different type of agent and what I think. So for this, I actually created a chart to go into detail to compare these 3 careers. Right, and I want to give you a disclaimer that this is also only based on my own opinion, but I do know all 3 of this career a little bit, so I think I should be able to give you some idea. Now, so the first one is mortgage agent, real estate agent, and insurance agent. Now, I divided into different categories so that you can see, what is the most important for you. And the first category is time flexibility. By that, I mean, do I need to sit in the office from 9 to 5? That's not very flexible. Or can I schedule my time so that I can pick up my son when he's in school? Or, if I have, they are now working, study at home, they are school at home, can I do that and maybe work on my mortgage deal or real estate deal or insurance deal at night? Those are flexibility. So that's a spectrum, right? And let's see. Mortgage agent, I give it a green. It's good because, personally speaking, I find that this is very, very flexible. Even sometimes when there's some emergency, like my kids has to go to doctor all of a sudden, there's some emergency or something like that, I usually call my client and say that, hey, you know what, my son is sick, I need to take him to the clinic. Can I reschedule you or can I call you back later tonight? Usually I would receive a yes, right? So it's very flexible. This is something that I like. Real estate agent, unfortunately, I would say it's a red. It's not very good. Usually, real estate agent, the weekend is gone, right? You usually have to either do an open house or do some showing on the weekend because most of the time, people can only see the house on the weekend. Weeknight also, same thing, right? So you physically, now it's COVID-19, but normally you physically have to take the client to the house, take a look at the actual house and all that. So in terms of time, it's not as flexible. Now, as you can see, I'm really going to deep dive into all these categories. So this video may be a little bit long, but I do hope that you watch to the end because I am going to give you my honest opinion and I know that it will give you a very good suggestion. Now, in terms of insurance agent, is in between. I actually have been an insurance agent before myself, for a short period of time. And I do find that in terms of time-wise is between real estate agent and mortgage agent, you do have to see some of the client normally, because you have to explain to them and all that, but sometimes they don't need to see you on the weekend. You can do it on weeknight. Now with Zoom meeting and all that, you might be able to do it like virtually, so that, you know, in terms of time, it's a little bit flexible. So I give it, you know, in the middle. And you will see all my category is in 3 different colors. So, you know, ranking from best to worst. Now, in terms of length of service, what do I mean by that is, you have to service a client, right? All three of this career, you have to, is a service type of career. So all three of this, you have to serve the client. And in terms by length of service, I mean like how long have you have to service the client. For mortgage agent, I would say it's good. Because for me, this is very important, right? Because I look at this client, I look at this file, the end of the case is the closing date, right? A lot of you might disagree with me, said that after the closing, you still have to follow up, you know, you would want to send them a birthday card and all that. Yes, we do that all the time. But the most important thing is closing. Once they get the key, the job is done. The rest is follow up, right? In terms of real estate agent, it's the same thing. They get the key, you get the commission, it's done. Why I would rate it moderate is because a lot of the time when people buy the house, they also want to rent it out, sometimes if it is for investment purposes. So you might have to, well, this is another business, but you also have to extend that service to help them rent it out or something like that. So it's moderate. Insurance agent, unfortunately, is the longest, right? So sometimes they buy the insurance from you, and by insurance, I mean life insurance agent. No, they won't use it until they pass away, to be honest, right? So they are your client for life, which has good and bad, because now you have this client. If they change the address, they will call you. If they change the phone number, they will call you. There's a lot of follow-up on that, and that client would be your client for a very long period of time. For me, I like to, do things in a project base. So I like to have a start and end, and then finish this project and go to the next. And mortgage agent, each client is like a new project, right? Of course, you follow them up and treat them as your client, but in terms of length of service, this is what my opinion is. Next is entry barrier. Mortgage agent, I would say is the easiest to enter into the career. You just, basically sign up, you get a book. If you want to self-study, get a book, study, take the exam, done. It is probably the fastest way to get your license. You can obviously choose to go in-person classes. Right now, I don't know whether there is, but normally you can choose between virtual classroom or in-person classroom. Real estate agent, I think, it takes the longest time to get the license. You do learn a lot of things, but it does takes a lot of time, and you have to study a lot more. Insurance agent would be in between. Again, I was an insurance agent before, so I have the license. I know, the exam, what it takes to pass the exam and all that. So I would say in between. Next is ease of mastery. Ease of mastery. So you enter the industry as a mortgage agent, real estate agent, insurance agent, but you know nothing, and that's why you're watching my video. And how easy for you to become the superstar in that industry. Now you guys might say, hey, Calvin, you keep on putting green on a mortgage agent. No, seems like there's a pattern, but no, at the end you will see that, not everything on a mortgage agent is green. I know what you guys are thinking. But this is just my honest opinion. Mortgage agent in terms of, becoming the mortgage superstar, is it that difficult? To be very honest, not really. Not really. It does take hard work and, hard work. It does take some tips and tricks. You need to study and all that. But is it that difficult? Relatively speaking, not really. Real estate agent, I would put it in between. Real estate agent, unless you branch into farming, industrial real estate, commercial real estate and all that, if you keep it in the residential real estate, which most real estate agents start off with, the difficulty to master that is, a little bit more difficult than mortgage agent, but again, it's okay. Insurance is, personally speaking, I think is the most difficult one because there are so many different type of insurance, there's universal, whole life, term life and all that. But it's not only that, but each client, their situation is quite different. Each house is different too, but each client in terms of insurance, you are giving them a lifelong advice, right? It's not like, oh, I'm getting you the house, I'm getting you the key, I give you good advice, that's it. This is lifelong. So I think it's a little bit more difficult to master. But it's interesting, right? The higher the ceiling, you can, master your skill a lot more. In terms of customer service, how demanding you need to service the client. Mortgage agent, you need to service the client, but a lot of the time you can, do it virtually. You can do it over the phone. Client can email you the document and all that. Just give you an example, right? Between real estate agent and mortgage agent, if real estate agent, you have to physically take them to see 10 houses on the weekend for a couple of weekends before they can decide to buy the house, right? Compare that to, hey, they choose the house already, they call you and, hey, I want a mortgage. The level of service is different, right? I hope you understand what I mean. And real estate agent, there's a lot of things that you need to do. As I say, you need to take them to open house, take them to see their service. If you are selling the house, you have to help them stage and all that. But because the length of service on item number 2 is also moderate, right? Once you have to work very hard for those couple of months, but once the house closes, the level of work you have to do is very low. But insurance agent, you just have to service them for almost a lifetime. So it's a lot of work, personally speaking. Income potential. Okay. Now, this is where it is interesting, right? A lot of people, I have a video about income potential on mortgage agent not too long ago, I think a month or two ago. Relatively speaking, mortgage agent would earn you, each case will earn you a 4-digit figures income, right? Relatively speaking, real estate agent would usually net you a 5-digit paycheck every single house, right? And I'm talking about GTA and, maybe Vancouver and Montreal and Ottawa, right? Just like GTA, Toronto, an average house price is about $1 million, right? And even if your client is putting down 25% down or even 30% down, you're talking about a mortgage of $600,000. You earn a couple $1,000 there. But the real estate agent would earn, anywhere between 2.5% or something like that, usually 2.5% for a purchasing agent, right? $1 million house, you're talking about $25,000, right? So of course they have their expense and all that, but in terms of gross income, they usually would net a 5-digit income. So it's pretty decent, right? But again, they earn it. They have to work their butt off. They have to work hard to get that 5-digit checks, right? Just, it's not easy money. I'm not saying that it's easy, but that's the potential, income potential there. And insurance agent is paid quite differently because you get an upfront earning, but then you also get a recurring passive income as long as the client is with you, and that's the incentive for you to continue servicing them, because every year you get a passive earning on that trailer fee and all that, right? So I would say in terms of insurance agent is in between. Now, unknown factor. What do I mean by unknown factor? Unknown factor is something that, something happened that you may not be able to estimate. For example, if the real estate agent, they sold the house, right? Some unknown factor would be, the person couldn't get financing, right? That's one unknown factor. Mortgage agent, unknown factor is, the client didn't disclose full information to you, so you thought it's a good deal, but at the end it's not, right? Something like that. So I think mortgage agent will have a lot of unknown factor, from anywhere from change of policy in the lenders, in the bank and all that, to client didn't disclose full information to you, to like many different things, right? COVID-19 and all that. So I would say unknown factor, this is mortgage agent has the most, which will kill your deal, right? Real estate agent, because they are very reliant on the mortgage agent to do the good job, the unknown factor is moderate. And insurance agent, usually, when you do insurance, and obviously there's a health issue there that is the unknown factor. But once you pass that, once you get the insurance, every year, there would be, usually there would not be something surprise, unless like the client forgot to pay the premium and all that. But usually they will be your client for a long time. So the unknown factor is all upfront and is usually related to the health. Now, out-of-pocket expense, I touched on that when I mentioned real estate agent. They have a lot of out-of-pocket expense. For mortgage agent, I think we have the least. Insurance agent is very comparable. Like, we don't have a lot of out-of-pocket expense. Obviously, you can do some advertising. You can print your business card. You have to print something. You have to have a scanner and all that. But, I think real estate agent and insurance agent both have to do that too. So I think for us, we don't have a lot of out-of-pocket expense. Compare that to real estate agent. They have a lot of out-of-pocket expense. From staging the house, to driving the car, to take the client to look at the house, to advertising. They have a lot of out-of-pocket expense compared to us, because due to their job nature, and this the whole reason why we do the comparison, right? And insurance agent, I think, is just slightly more than mortgage agent, because due to the fact that they're accumulating different a lot of client, and over time, if you are in the industry for say 5 years, you have a lot of client, and you might need to service them a lot, and so I think out-of-pocket expense, I would put it slightly higher than mortgage agent. By image, I mean public image, right? What do people think about mortgage agent? I think we are in between. People treat us well. We do have a very good public image. People tend to think that we are helping them instead of they are giving us the business. Like they do respect us. Whereas the agent, I think, have the best overall image out of the three, because I think, I guess buying a house is the happiest thing out of the three, right? You think of your dream house, this real estate agent help you find the dream house, bought it, right? And then here comes the mortgage agent. The mortgage agent is giving you a mortgage, right? You have to think about, okay, I have to pay how much per month and all that. The image is not as good, although I do think most of the time would thank you for giving them the mortgage. An insurance agent is the least, in terms of public image, they are the worst. I personally speaking, I find that insurance is very important, but I think, personally speaking, why they have the worst image is because their benefit you will never see. What do I mean by that is, if you are still alive, you won't see the death benefit. The benefit of the insurance is when you die, they give you the money, right? That's life insurance. So if you're not dying, then you don't see the benefit. So you really cannot say thank you, right? Say that you buy $1 million insurance policy. Well, the $1 million would come after you are dead. And can you go back to the insurance agent to say thank you very much for suggesting this insurance policy for me? Now I can enjoy the benefit. No, you cannot do that, right? So I think that's the whole reason why, for those people who buy, who have the insurance policy, in their mind they keep thinking that they're just keep paying money, but they never enjoy the benefit. Yes, because when the time that benefit comes, you're already dead, right? So that's the public image. That's the whole reason why I think the image is bad. So conclusion. What do I think? Before I tell you the conclusion, which is the most exciting part, please subscribe to my video, like my video. If you watch to the end, great job. Thank you very much. I really need the real time. I need that to have YouTube suggest my video to other people. Again, my membership site is on there. A lot of people use Patreon. It's a very safe site. It's not my own site. It's a very safe site that a lot of people use it. You can Google review it. Patreon is a very safe site. And then if you want to join my live workshop to teach you step by step from the beginning, the first client you get, or even, teaching you how to get your first client, and then when you get your first client, what to do with that deal, what to do with that client. From that first phone call all the way to closing, this is my live workshop. I do it usually twice a month. Once is a 2-day workshop, once on the weekend and once on the weekday. I plan to do that as long as the COVID-19 is there, and it's very valuable. Like, I have a student that actually took it once and pay me again and took it again because they just find it so valuable. If you don't have the time for the 2-day workshop, I have something coming up very soon. I will tell you that will solve the whole problem of my live workshop. My problem of it is people say that I don't have 10 hours to learn from you, even though I really want to learn from you. Solution is coming, right? But you can also buy my book for now, but book is not something that is, it's just the minimal, but something is coming. Okay, just want to tell you that, give you a little bit of hint. So anyway, finally, what is my conclusion? Everything is good. You say, oh, what are you talking about? Well, personally speaking, why I say that is because every person is different. Each one of you is different, and I think there are pros and cons of this 3 type of career. Personally, as I say, I'm a project-based type of people. I want to know the beginning of my project and the end of my project. As soon as I give you the key, I've done my job, I approve the mortgage, everything done goes well, the lawyer is happy, real estate agent is happy, insurance agent is happy, everyone is happy, the client is happy, I've done my job. The rest is just follow-up service, but the majority of my job is done. So I like that. So I think mortgage agent is a good fit for me, and that's why I have done it for over 20 years. Real estate agent, I have thought about that, but the thing that I do not like is I need to work on the weekend. I'm a family man. I want to reserve my weekend for my family. It's a family time. I need to see my son. I need to see my wife and all that. So real estate agent might not be so suitable for me, but hey, you know what? Maybe some of you guys want to earn the big bucks. You don't mind work on the weekend and all that. Hey, by all means, be a real estate agent. Okay, just refer some of the deals to me. Okay, and insurance agent, for some of you who like to, keep the relationship with the client for a long time, this is the career for you. I think it's great. I have seen many successful insurance agents income well above $500,000 to even $1 million annually. It is amazing. Passive income is something that I like also for insurance agent. It's just an amazing career. Now, there are also other careers out there that are amazing, like immigration consultant and all that. But for now, this time, I think the video is long enough. You guys, thanks for watching it all the way to the end. I hope that you like my comparison chart. I do spend a lot of time to do this. I am pretty satisfied with this chart. I like it a lot. So until next time, I will see you again. Okay, thank you.